Hey, Super C. Oh, what should we do today? Dunno. Radical Reviews 15, Phineas and Ferb Season 1. It's about time I discussed this classic. Is this the show that of good as a show that everyone has said it is, or is it bad? Let's find out. This is a great first episode. It shows what the show is about. It shows the literal formula for the show, which is great. It's just a perfect beginning episode. It's visually appealing, the characters are amazing, it's funny. It's just a great episode in my opinion. A perfect way to start the show. But is it a perfect episode? No. I'd only give it a 9.5 out of 10. I heard that the creators were gonna make Phineas like a brat, but I am so thankful they didn't, because we wouldn't get episodes like this. It was just generally a sweet episode. What they did for Candace this episode is amazing. The animation is great. The song is good. Just a great episode. A great and sweet, a funny, sweet episode. Another 9.5 out of 10. Compared to the first two episodes, this episode isn't nearly as great. It did have a great beginning and the song is great, but it did get a little bit boring. But it does deserve an 8.75 out of 10. Some of my absolute favourite episodes of the show is when Candace is happy. I don't know why, but they're just fun episodes. And Lawn Beach Party of Terror is a perfect example of it. I love Dr. Doofenshmirtz's backstory. I enjoyed Candace. The setting is amazing. It was just overall a really fun episode. This is the show's first 10 out of 10. Congratulations. Yep, I also love this episode. Major Francis was great. Dr. Doofenshmirtz was great. The cows were funny. Vanessa was funny. I enjoyed Perry. But one thing to hold us back was the beginning. I just found that okay. Nothing special. But the rest of the episode deserves a 9.5 out of 10. Swinter is also a great episode. It was comedic. I enjoyed the dad. The song is great. Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Candace was great. Overall, I'm noticing a pattern. A lot of these episodes I would just call fun, great episodes. And this is no exception, a 9.25 out of 10. I Knew My Mummy was just fun. I enjoyed the dad, funny beginning. I liked Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Just overall fun episode, 9.25. Flop Stars is amazing. This is one of the standout episodes of this first season in my opinion. Candace was great. I enjoyed Phineas. The song is absolutely amazing this episode. This is one of the most important episodes of the show. Not in terms of plot, because Phineas and Ferb doesn't have a plot. Imagine watching it for the plot. But it was influential. The song was so great that they decided to have songs in every episode. And personally, I would give it a 9.75 out of 10. I personally just love the actual grand feeling of Raging Bully. The ending was great. I loved how the episode just got to it. I enjoyed Balji. Buford is great. I also like the training montage. Overall, just amazing. 9.5 out of 10. Right. Candace action is enjoyable. I like the film director. Candace was funny. I enjoyed Perry. Just great cool episode. 9.25. The grandparents are great characters in Get That Big Foot Out of My Face. I love Dr. Doofenshmirtz. The ending is great. I love the beginning. I just liked it the whole way through. 9.25. No, 9.5 out of 10. Tree to Get Ready is great. I enjoyed Candace. I enjoyed Vanessa. The song is great. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is great. I enjoyed the fight. It's just overall another enjoyable episode. 9.5. For the first special, It's About Time. It is quite a great episode. I enjoyed Carl this episode. Doofenshmirtz is great. The Nemesis is great. There's a great song in it. It's quite the emotional episode, but I also liked Isabella. The two plots are great, but I do prefer Perry's plot. Overall, an amazing episode. 9.5. Jerk the Soloil I don't consider one of the most memorable episodes, but I consider it one of quite great. I enjoyed Hubert. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is great. It's just a simplistic and fun episode. The songs are amazing, and it has a good ending. Yeah, I also like Toy to the World. I like the business people. The montage is great. I really like the fourth wall. This show has some of the most amazing fourth walls ever, and this is a good example of it. But we'll get to the best example later. 4 in a row, I think. 9.5. No, it's 5th. That trend unfortunately ends with One Scale Ought to Do It. Or fortunately, actually, because this episode is amazing. It's not the best special of the show, not even the best special of the season. We'll get to that soon. But this one is just great. The plot is one of the best. I loved how creative the haunted house was. The fight was fun. I liked Susie. I loved Candace. Hubert was also great. And this one has one of the best songs of the show. Ones I listen to quite a lot actually. The best part of the best songs in this show is they're listenable. I'd give it a 9.75 out of 10. I don't consider the episodes with the grandparents the best, but I do consider this one quite good. Like this, they're usually in between the episodes. Like right in the middle. It had an okay opinion. I love Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I enjoyed Candace. Just overall great episode. 9.25. And yes, the 9.25s and 9.5s literally go in the middle, really. I, Robot. Just overall, this one is one of the weaker of the show, actually. The elevator scene was good. The song was funny. I enjoyed Candace's reaction. Santa was also quite funny. By the way, this is not a Christmas episode and they still added Santa. But some parts were boring. An 8.5 out of 10. Mum's Birthday is a cute episode. I liked how Phineas and Ferb and Candace worked together. Dr. Doofenshmirtz was incredible. It's just overall a sweet episode. 9.5. Also a great episode is Journey to the Centre of Candace. The music is funny. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is amazing. Ferb is great. I liked Francis, Isabella, Candace. Overall, the characters are amazing this episode. 9.5. Run, Run, Run Away is so topical and it was just good. I just liked how it commented on trends, really. The song is just fine though. It's not one of the best of the show. It's definitely one of the worst of the season. But it still gets a 9 out of 10. Showing how, even though these episodes aren't the best of the season, nowhere near, they still get a great rating. Ice Cream You Scream is one of the best of the show. The song is amazing. The Busted song. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is amazing. It's just a fun episode. The Trojan Wolf thing was funny. Vanessa was great. Overall, fun. A 9.75 out of 10. It's a mud world, alright. This is an episode where Phineas and Ferb help. The song is quite good. I like the beginning, just overall quite enjoyable. 9.25. The Ballad of Bad Beard is quite a great episode, alright. The enjoyable beginning was great. Candace was funny, the song is fun, I enjoyed Buford. It's just an overall great episode, 9.25. Finally, we've reached it. Dude, we're getting the band back together is phenomenal. Not gonna lie, this is the best episode I've reviewed all year. I'm just gonna say that. Let's just give this a 10 out of 10 and let's get to why I would give it a 10 out of 10. The story is amazing. Basically, it's Phineas and Ferb's mum and dad's first anniversary, and the dad's forgotten. Then, the dad proposed a lot of years back at a concert from Love Handle. So Phineas and Ferb want to get Love Handle to reunite because the black band has split. So they find the 3 band members and try to reunite them. And by the way, this is a musical episode. There are 4 songs in total, and each of them has something worth listening to. Like the best ones are, I personally think the best one is the last one. It just has a beautiful feeling to it, really. And Ain't Got a Rhythm song is amazing. The Ain't Got Fabulous song is amazing. I'm not a big fan of the other one though. And this episode is emotional. It produces a warm feeling inside me. I enjoyed how Candace also helped. This is a unique episode. This was just a perfect episode. And also Dr. Doofman's first story was also amazing. Overall, it deserves its 10 out of 10. If I ever brought back cartoon classics, this one would be the first one to be on there. Don't watch it as your first episode. Get to know the characters a bit before, and then watch it, because this is one of the perfect episodes of the show. Let's cut to another band episode, and it's not as enjoyable. Ready for the Betties isn't as good or as enjoyable. It was just an okay episode. I liked the song, but nothing compares to the four song from Doodle getting the band back together. The plot isn't as great. It's a fine episode. 8.75 out of 10. The Flying Fishmonger was also quite a good episode. The jokes were great, enjoyable beginning. I enjoyed Doofman shirts, I enjoyed Buford. Overall, a 9 out of 10. We're already at another 22 minutes special. Phineas and Ferb gets busted. This episode is dark, like pretty dark. It's about Phineas and Ferb finally getting caught by their mum and dad, and they get sent to school. I like the Clockwork Orange episode reference. This is just a celebration of the show, really, and I love it. It's a sad but amazing episode, and Mr. Krabs is in it. He's the guy who voices Mr. Krabs voices the drill sergeant, and I love it. 10 out of 10. Grease Lightning is great. I enjoyed how everyone was just sharing the popcorn. I enjoyed Candace. The race is just fun. Just a fun episode. 9.75. The show is really on a good streak now. The word to describe, what's it called? Leave the Bustin' to Us is quite enjoyable. It was quite fun. I enjoyed Dr. Doofman's shirts as always. Overall, just a 9.25. The show's winning streak is over, but at least it's still great. Crack the Whip, that whip is also a great grandparent-centered episode. It just felt simple, enjoyable, and I enjoyed the song as always. 9.25. The best Lazy Day ever. It's just a great episode. It reminds me of Squid's Day Off. Basically, Phineas and Ferb aren't going to do anything that day. But Candace really wants to get them busted for some reason. It's just fun. The cutaway is also great. Family Guy, take notes. 9.75. Boyfriend from 27,000 BC is also fun. I enjoyed Francis. Phineas was fun. It was a little predictable though. 9.25. Voyage to the Bottom of Buford is great. It's sad though. It's about Buford losing his pet fish, and then Phineas and Ferb try to help him. It was just enjoyable. The plot is just great. 9.25. Stacy, Candace's best friend, just put her away. She was just so fun this episode. And I enjoyed Perry and Phineas too. Overall, an 8.75 out of 10. I also really enjoyed Does This Duck Bill Make Me Look Fat? I enjoyed Candace. I enjoyed Candace as Perry. It's a body swap episode, and it's handled really well. Dr. Doofman's shirts is funny. I enjoyed Francis. Overall, 9.25. I enjoyed Traffic Cam Caper a lot. It's a very different episode, really. Phineas and Ferb help Candace to bust Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, crazy. And that's what makes it enjoyable. Perry and Doofman's shirts are great. I enjoyed Francis. Candace was great. I enjoyed it a lot. 9.25. Bowlerama is great and creative. I liked how it was a pinball. She was funny. I enjoyed Buford. Candace was amazing this episode though. 9.5. I also enjoyed the monster of Phineas and Ferbenstein. I liked the animation. Dr. Shirts was great. I enjoyed the plot. 9 out of 10. Well, You and Candace is another great episode of the show. It's one of the ones in between, I think, but it's fine. I like the dad of the friend. The song is fun. Just a fun episode. 9.25. I'm not sure if this song is cool or kind of offensive, but this episode is fine. Unfair Science Fair. It's just enjoyable. Dr. Nutrition's was great. Just everything about it was really enjoyable. 9.25. Unfair Science Fair Redux is also a great episode. This is what happened before the science fair. Yeah, the song is a bop, this episode. And there was a fun beginning, and Candace was great. 9.25. Why is Out to Launch not the greatest episode? It's just not, funny, or it's quite boring. Francis was funny, though, and the montage was quite funny. 8.75. The absolute worst special of season 1. We're back on the 9.25 episodes with Got Game. Nice beginning. Buford was enjoyable. Perry was funny. The animation is great. The song is great. It's so catchy. I love Do Some Shirts. Buford was funny. It's just great. We're done with the 9.25 happily. I really enjoyed this episode of Comic Chameleon. Francis was funny. I enjoyed Jeremy. I enjoy squirrels in my pants. SIMPE. The squirrels in my pants. State Specs was actually really funny though. 9.5. When I was saying about the 4-4 breaks, I meant this episode. I just loved this. The sound effects are so great. I loved the new animation style. It was anime. I loved Candace. It was just fun. 10 out of 10. And to end it, we have another amazing episode. Hail Dufania. Norman was funny. I enjoyed how people thought Candace was a goth. Now that was funny. This is one of the best Doofenshmirtz best episodes. I loved the song too. 9.75. A really great way to end off the season. So, what's my overall rating? I'm going to give this a 9.25 season. This is a really great first season of Phineas and Ferb. So, what's my ranking? Let's get to it. Number 47, iRobot. 46, Fast Under Phineas. 45, Ready for the Bennies. 44, Out for Launch. 43, Put That Putter Away. 42, The Flying Fishmonger. 41, The Monster of Phineas and Ferbenstein. Number 40, Run Away. 39, Oil on Candace. 38, Unfair Science Fair Redux. Number 37, Ballad of Badbeard. 36, Boyfriend from BC. 35, Leaving the Busting to Us. 34, It's a Mud World. Number 33, Does This Duckbill Make Me Look Fat? Number 32, A Hard Day's Night. 31, Got Game. 30, Swinter. 29, Unfair Science Fair. 28, Lights Candace Action. 27, Crack That Whip. 26, Traffic Caper. 25, Are You My Mummy? 24, Voyage to the Bottom of Buford. 23, It's About Time. 22, Tree to Get Ready. 21, Mum's Birthday. 20, Get That Big Foot Out My Face. 19, The Magnificent View. 18, to get Journey to the Centre of Candace. 17, Jerk Des Soleil. Number 16, Candace Loses Her Head. 15, Roller Coaster. 14, Toy to the World. 13, Bowl-O-Rama Drama. 12, Comic Chameleon. 11, Raging Bully. 10, Flop Stars. 9, Hail Dufania. 8, One Scare Ought to Do It. 7, Grease Lightning. 6, Ice Cream You Scream. Number 5, Best Lazy Day Ever. Number 4, Out of Tune. Number 3, Lawn Gnome Beach Party of Terror. Number 2, Phineas and Ferb Gets Busted. And number 1, unsurprisingly, Dude, We're Getting the Band Back Together. Right, that's the end of the video. Sorry it's very long because, yeah, there was a lot of episodes. So, hope you enjoyed it. Next time, we're going to Friends. Bye.